This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, what did we say? The Rangers had to get the split tonight, and they did. They busted out 11 more runs, 37 in the series in Anaheim, and they go on to rout the Angels by the final of 11-4. Felt bad for Dane Dunning there. Felt bad that Patrick Corbin didn't get the shutout, but 11-4, good bounce back win, and now the Rangers can get ready for the 3 huge games with the Astros in Houston. Here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, a longtime host and reporter. Thank you so much for staying up late again tonight, all week long. You guys have been awesome, and thank you for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. And you can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed, and that's where you'll find the great work of Bryce Patrick every day. And I know Bryce will have a lot of good things to say about this one and a lot of excitement. And I think now a little bit of anticipation for the upcoming 3-game showdown in Houston. All right, let's get to it. Wrong one.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, again, another good start for the Rangers tonight, just to begin with. I loved the 2 runs in the top of the first on 4 straight singles. Haven't seen a lot of that this season. And then in the bottom of the first, how about the El Bombi bomb, or the El Bombi cannon, with that epic throw to nail Taylor Ward at home plate by 10 feet. That was great. And again, that's why you're going to continue, after every loss, you're going to continue to see Adolis Garcia, because of games like tonight, where he makes a huge play with his arm and then he hits a home run with his bat. Easier said than done. A lot of teams would love to have a guy like Adolis Garcia, I promise you, especially teams that are kind of just looking for a little bit of extra juice to kind of get them over the top. They would love to have a motivated, partial rental Adolis Garcia to give them, a little bit of a boost for a couple of months. So that's why you're going to continue to hear his name. But I think, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but unless there's an offer that blows him away, I don't see him moving, at least for now. That could change. All right. And then that brought us to the 3rd inning. And without a doubt tonight, the 3rd inning was the charm.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Well, it was more than one. It was buried in that 3rd inning. The Rangers rolled a 7 to blow the game wide open and knock out Angels starting pitcher Jack Kahanowitz. RBI hits for Seager, Wyatt, who eventually scored on a balk, Evan Carter, Jake Berger, Marcus Semien, who had 2 hits in the inning. And that would be the first time since last year that the Rangers would score 9 runs through 3 innings. And then, as I said, the cherry on the Sunday tonight, a real El Bombi bomb, the 2-run blast to right center. That put the Rangers up 11-3. Neto hits the home run in the 9th. 11-4 is the final. As I said, the only little minor bummer, Patrick Corbin didn't get the shutout, but he did come through with another quality start. 5 innings, 2 runs on 7 hits with 6 strikeouts to wrap up a very solid first half of the season for him. And now it is up to young Jack Leiter to keep it going and to set the tone tomorrow night in the opener in Houston. Good win, though. Like we said, they had to bounce back. And, I'll tell you what, you just kind of look around baseball, right? And I know we're uber focused and ultra focused on the Rangers and what they're doing, but look at the Mariners. I mean, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, they were the greatest team in the history of baseball, right? Tonight in New York, with their ace on the mound, Brian Wu, the guy has a no-hitter and a 5-0 lead. And not only did they blow the no-hitter, they lost the game in 10 innings, 6-5 to the Yankees. I mean, you talk about a devastating loss, a killer loss. I mean, that you can't get much worse than that. I know the Rangers can say "hold my beer," but yeah, this game is there's nothing like it, and I think that's why we love it so much. Number one, but one thing I think we can all agree on. I mean, we've all said that this team can only play better. They can't play much worse than they did here in the first half, but they can play better, I think. And so, you look at it, and then look at the wild card race. Now the Mariners on the outside looking in, and the Red Sox have won 7 in a row. So a lot of baseball left. I think got teams ready to hit the break, and then coming out of the All-Star break, that's when that's when the race will really be on. And I think finishing up the month of July and then getting into August, we'll know soon enough. There's not much more that needs to be said. We've been saying it now for a while. Bottom line is, forget the standings, forget everything else. This team just needs to play better, and they need to win. Great to see the offense going. Great to see the runs. Long overdue, but now they need to win games and they need to win series. All right, when we come back, I have tonight's update on what happened in Round Rock with Josh Young and Rowdy. I've got the full Rangers injury report, and I'm going to tell you why I'm a little more excited about the Rangers' chances of making a run. And I want to see if you agree with me. We'll do that when we come back, and we're going to hear from you via the comment crew, the Rangers comment crew. That is coming up next. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right. Well, you know what time of the year it is. And if you've ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family, maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands, and maybe you want to drive to Houston for the weekend, see Jacob deGrom on the mound on Saturday night. Well, that's where Game Time comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. Now, with the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you. Game Time makes all of that possible. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch. And they have incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worry out of buying. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB, LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And if you're running a business, you know that every missed call is money left on the table. Think about the last time you had a service emergency, like a burst pipe. If the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? No, you called the next one, right? Well, that's why having a reliable business line is so important. And that's why you need Open Phone. Open Phone is the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or computer. So right now, Open Phone is offering Locked On Postcast listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/lockedonmlb. That's openphone.com/lockedonmlb. And if you have existing numbers with another service, Open Phone will port them over at no extra charge. Open Phone, no missed calls, no missed customers. Okay, we are back, ready to be with you on the Rangers postcast. The Rangers bounce back with a big win to pick up the split in Anaheim with the Angels, 11-4 the final. The Rangers breaking it open with 7 runs in the 3rd inning on a great night for the offense. Again, 11 runs on 13 hits, 37 hits in the series. All right, really quickly, the injury updates. The big one for me was Tyler Mahle is going to start throwing next week. Now, I don't know about you, but when I heard that, I was like, whoa, really? Because I was under the impression that, it was borderline shutdown and maybe he would come back in September if they were still in contention. And so the fact that he is going to begin throwing next week, that gives me the impression that what really happened was he felt a little bit sore and that the Rangers just overcompensated, said, okay, that's it. We're going to shut you down until after the All-Star break and let you rest and let it calm down, and then we'll bring it back for the second half. Because if it was really, really bad, I don't think he would be ready to go. So the fact that he's going to begin throwing, I mean, that's a huge plus, and that could really, really give this team another boost for the second half. So that fired me up. When I heard that, I was very, very encouraged. That's not one that I'm just kind of glossing over. That's to me, that's a big deal. John Gray will pitch again on Sunday. Jock Peterson, we've been saying, I said early August at best, and the Rangers said he'll take live BP in 2 to 3 weeks. So I hope, I haven't seen him. I have no idea what he's doing. Maybe when we get Brett Boone on, he'll give us an update. I know he hasn't been hitting, but hopefully he's been, working out and staying in shape, and he'll be ready to go. Tonight at Round Rock, the Express lost to Albuquerque 3-2 in 10 innings. Josh Young had a base hit to left, and then he was caught stealing, trying to grab second base. Rowdy Tellez had a ground rule double, and Craig Kimbrell threw a clean middle inning. I know somebody brought up Craig Kimbrell the other night, and so he's there. Pitched a scoreless inning, so we will keep our eyes on him for sure. All right, let's get to your comments via the Rangers comment crew. Alf leading us off tonight. Good evening, Alf, and Shirley as well. Big game for Simeon again. Bombi goes yard, all cylinders. Awesome game. Yeah, it was a good, not only a good game, but a good bounce back game. Paul Wilson says, dare I say, bring on the Astros. Yeah, hey, if I'm not mistaken, let me see, were they take the broom to Cleveland? Did they? Yes, they did. Yeah, they were swept at home by Cleveland. Talk about again. They come off the weekend sweep in LA. They beat the Dodgers 18-1 on Friday night. they're crowned. They're the best team ever. They come home and they get swept by Cleveland. Noah Day says the offense in the series is what we were promised at the start of the season. I hope the second half of the season they will go on a complete tear through the league. I do too, man. And I'll tell you what, can't minimize how well Corey. I think everybody's looking forward to the All-Star break. I think everybody except Corey Seager. Actually, I'm sure he is, but I mean, man, he is red hot right now. He's back, and he's the kind of guy. I mean, you talk about guys that can carry. He's one of those guys for sure. James Eustace says we will look back on the series and the next with the Astros as the moment when things started turning around. I like that. James. I like the way you reeled that one in. That was good. Denise Long says, hey, I told you all last night, the good thing about baseball is that you have a lot of chances to bounce back from a loss, and that is how you bounce back from a loss, my friends. Peagle up. Well said. What an excellent post there, Denise. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. No doubt. They had to do it, and they did. I think a few weeks ago, they might have come back and lost again tonight, like 2-0 or 3-2. But instead, they scored 11 more runs. Very encouraged with the offense. Good to see Carter have a good game tonight. Last night was a rough one for him. I agree. Battlefield ace. Finally, the offense is clicking, even though we split the series. The ball being in play wasn't nearly as much a factor as it has been. Yeah, that's true. No doubt. Denise says, could we technically start a dynasty if we win it all again this year? I'm not going to go there yet. I'm not going to go there. But I like what you're doing there. I like it. Denise says, 2 championships in 3 years. Call me crazy, but I'm trying to speak it into existence. Peagle up. The word is powerful for sure. And I get it. I like that, Denise. Thank you. BB says, hurrah, high scoring for 3 of 4 games. Small ball wins games. Beat the Stros, the third inning, one of the best this season. Thank you, Denise, for the kind words. BB says, glad for Corbin. Dunning basically gave that run deliberately. Laura Berry says, I miss a lot of your postcast because I'm long asleep, but always catch the replay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Laura, thank you very much, sincerely. That means more to me than you know. All of you, thank you. I really, really, really appreciate it. And, this is what we do it for. And we're all going through this, and it's great to have you guys jump in and participate and share your thoughts, win or lose. So thank you. Isaac Harlan says, what a wild one, scoring 7 runs in the third with 2 outs. Seems like they have turned it around offensively, but can they keep it going against the Astros, hoping for a sweep or at least a series win? Yeah, they should have won 3 out of 4 here in Texas. Remember, they gave that one game away and ended up with the split. So I'm with you. Got to get at least a series win, but man, a sweep going into the All-Star break would be awesome. One more, Robert Jones, the third, wrapping us up. This Houston series is huge. Yeah, I'm really jacked up. I can't wait. All 3 games are going to be fun, and I know it's a weekend, but I will be with you tomorrow night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. So hopefully you can make it and be a part of it. But thank you again. Can't say it enough. Thank you for staying up late this week, all week long. I know it's been a long week, but they're heading back to Texas with a huge weekend series coming up beginning tomorrow night. All right, enjoy this win tonight. The final score, the Rangers bounce back and blow out the Angels 11-4. Houston, here they come. This has been the Rangers Postcast.